Welcome back. Today, I want to talk to you about the difference between relationship selling versus transactional selling. Now, you might think you're in a transactional kind of business, but I want to show you why when you approach your business as relationship selling, the long-term results will be much greater. You'll have increased retention and lots of referrals. And referrals mean less work for you. So I don't know about you, but I don't like to do more work than I have to. So approaching this as a long-term vision and relationship sales is the way to do that. I'm going to show you how to do it. So here's the thing. In order to approach sales as a relationship and take a long-term view, you need to be comfortable with developing relationships with people you've never met before almost immediately. Now, this can be a lot more difficult than it sounds because of a lot of the tapes that we might have going on in our head. For instance, were you ever told as a child not to talk to strangers? Or were you ever told not to trust anybody right away because they might not earn it, or you have to earn trust? These are all things that might be holding you back from developing relationships with your clients immediately and genuinely caring about them. So this can actually sound like it's something natural that would happen, being able to communicate a relationship between two people, but it's the tapes in our head that actually make this a skill that needs to be learned, because you've got to undo a lot of the behaviors that are in your head. And by the way, these tapes never really go away. You just have to recognize when they come up and say, oh, yep, not listening to that. We're going to take a different approach here. So the way you start to build relationships immediately with people is actually just by being genuine. You don't have to try to do anything. You don't have to tell a joke. You don't have to tell them about, past experiences or other clients that you've served. They're going to get a feeling from that immediately, just sitting across from you, feeling your energy. So we all do this. When you are in a situation and you've met a new person, there's a point where you kind of size each other up. And your clients are doing that to you when you walk in the door or get on the phone or web meeting or whatever way you're meeting your clients. Your clients are sizing you up, and they only have one question. That one question is, why is this person in front of me? So they want to know, what are your motivations? Why are you sitting here? Are you here to make a sale? Are you here to increase your revenue? Are you here to make money? Are you here to maybe win that sales contest that's going on at your office? Or are you here to help me? And here's the thing. No matter what you do or say, if your true intention isn't to help the client, there is nothing you can do to reverse their understanding that you're just there to make money. This lesson is crucial. You see, if a client has put aside the time to talk to you on the phone, in person, web, whatever, if they've set aside the time to speak with you, then we've already determined that they need what you are marketing. They have a problem and they're hoping that you're the person to solve it. So they've decided they're going to buy something. You can figure that when you get on the phone to do a demonstration or you're going to someone's office, the person is already sold. They've already made the decision to buy. This is crucial. What they are looking for is they're trying to find what's the best product or service to meet their needs and who is the best person to buy it from. Now, typically, this takes tons of research. They've got to look at all the competition, get quotes from everyone, size them up, look at their background, make sure they're financially stable, all of these things before they make a decision. But let me tell you what a client's dream scenario is. A dream scenario is that someone walks into their office who is a true professional. They not only know their own product inside out, but they know all of their competitors' products inside and out, and they know what all their competitors are charging. And so now you've given the person who's in charge of finding this perfect solution to the problem that they have, you've made their job so much easier. And remember, if it's an employee at a company, they've got that employee mentality. They're trying to get the shortest distance from A to B. So if they're sitting in front of you and you have a genuine desire to help them solve their problem, they will feel that immediately and they will be so relieved because your competitors, most other salespeople, most other business owners do not have this mindset. So you stand out right away. What's going to happen is they're going to breathe a sigh of a relief because now they don't have to all of a sudden become the expert on what the best product is because you're the expert and you're sitting right across from them. So the only question again that they have is, can I trust this person? Why is this person in front of me? If you are there and they know you are there to help and serve them, then that's established that they can trust the rest of what you say. So that also means that if your product or service doesn't solve their problem, they know you'll have the integrity to guide them in the right direction, even if it means going to a competitor. Now, I'm going to give you an assignment to prove to you why I know this is true. Next time you make a presentation or do a demonstration, at the end, I want you to ask the client some specific questions about some crucial features that are in your product or service that you really made sure they understood. And you're going to be floored that they cannot articulate to you what you said about certain crucial features and benefits in your product or service or why you differentiate from the market. What this proves is that they are not listening to a word you say. Well, maybe some words. What they are listening to is whether or not they can trust you. Because once they've established that, it really doesn't matter what you have to say. They know they can trust you and that you'll guide them in the right direction to the product or service that meets their needs best. So you can see that you can't possibly guide someone to the best product or service that solves their problem if you don't have a relationship with them, because you won't know them well enough to be able to. There's so much more information that you need to understand about a person in order to deliver a recommendation. So this is why developing relationships is totally crucial. Now, you might think that you are in a transactional kind of business. For instance, whoever, you have to put in lots of bids or it's really competitive or very time crunched kind of environment. But in my experience and the experience of the professionals I know, usually the lowest bid doesn't get the job. It's actually common practice, and you may have heard this yourself if you've ever got work done on your house, that you get a bunch of bids and then you throw out the lowest and you throw out the highest because that's just a sure way of making sure that you're getting quality. And then from whatever's left, that's what you decide from. So being the lowest price can actually hurt you. And from the ones that they do decide from, it's the ones that they have the strongest relationship that wins. This is another reason why you should always show up to your presentations in person. You can see that it is very difficult to develop a relationship over the phone and certainly over a demo if you can't see each other, especially face to face. And it's a commonplace in the market now. Technology has made it easier to communicate, but that doesn't mean that it makes relationships stronger. I'll tell you this, if your competition is showing up, they're going to get the sale. So as long as they're all working over the phone and doing things online, whenever you have the opportunity and whenever it is in your means, show up. The person who shows up wins. And there's a popular saying that says 90% of success is showing up. So please show up, develop a relationship, show the client that you genuinely care about helping them solve their problem. The result is that you're much more likely to make a sale if it's right, and that client is likely to give you many, many referrals for years and years down the line. That's how you build a strong business based on relationships. Well, I'll see you in the next video.